Who was it last season for them?
I can't remember his name. That's how.
Oh, he used to play for him as
Yeah,
well. He used to
yeah,
play with Rabel.
yeah. His name was Ian Placeholder.
That's it. Thank God. Thank God you're here.
It's just how I think of him. He was like, he's only there until they get convinced Vrabel to come in. But I can't
Oh,
remember the guy's name. But
oh,
yeah,
that's really funny, isn't it? Because we've already forgot who it was, and I will need to find out who it was because let's have a look. Here we go. Jared
well,
Mayo.
yeah. But
That was it.
Ian Placeholder,
There's
as we know, he's really called.
Yeah, 4-13. Pete Carroll was there, of course, as their head coach before Belichick.
Yeah, that was a weird time because Pete Carroll was obviously at the Jets as well, and Belichick was at the Jets for a day.
Yeah,
It seems so weird going back to the like late 90s when all this was happening. You go, yep. So the Jets have tried having successful coaches, and it's just not worked for them.
well, there seems to be like a tree, like if you had a family tree, but of coaching, say a coach's tree, and it used to be like your Bill Parcells were on there. You had your
Also, the Jets.
Yeah, exactly. All these seem to like move around and disperse into head coaches. But I just want to bring up the 1990 head coach for the New England Patriots. Probably one of the best named head coaches. Now, 1990, he went 1-15 and quite rightly fired before Dick McPherson came in. And it was Rod Rust, of course. Everyone
Oh,
remembers Rod
Rusty.
Rust. Yeah, nothing to do with Rusty Lee, but Rodney Arthur Rust we don't trust. Yeah, and he went on from New England Patriots to the New York Giants. See again that thing with New York Giants and Patriots. It was Steelers. They're your defensive coordinator in '89. Then after that, took a job for the head coach for the Patriots. Became the DC of New York Giants. How did that? How did that work out? Well, let me tell you. After he finished there, he went to somewhere called Lehigh Mountain Hawks football program.
Well,
As a linebacker coach.
Jeff Bollocks off Sky was probably their fucking special teams coach, wasn't he?
Well, he ended up, his last thing was in 2005 with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers as DC. But yeah.
That'd be the same league as Jeff.
Exactly.
What's his name? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he also went to the Montreal Alouettes.
Fucking hell,
Twice.
names are terrible. Like I say,
Yeah,
Canada
yeah,
sorted out.
shit. Yeah. But, oh my God, he had history because he also, between 73 and 75, was also the defensive coordinator of the Montreal Alouettes. So he'd gone there from 75 into the NFL, and they brought him back in 97, where they fucking wrapped him straight away twice.
They say you work for the Montreal Alouettes twice in your life. Once on the way up, once on the way down. that old saying.
Oh my God. Got nearly went everywhere. His overall record was in college 29, 32 and 1, in the NFL 1-15, and in the Canadian Football League 9-8.
Is this still Ron Rust?
Rod Rust, yeah, Rod Rust.
I mean, at least I remembered his name. That's quite impressive. I've
Ralph.
already forgotten Ian Placeholder's name again.
Oh my God, what we called?
I nearly called him Drake Mayo. Then it's not Drake Mayo.
Oh, it was Jared Mayo.
Jared Mayo, yeah.
Review of last week's games.
Thursday night, I watched this at the airport on Friday morning. I'm always going to do that now. I'm going to fly Friday mornings because you've got that bit in between checking in and hanging around the airport for a couple of hours where you can watch
right.
You can watch ad-free replay on the Game Pass app, which is the perfect amount of time that you're sitting around waiting. So I watched Falcons 29.
Sorry, I think that's quite funny. I thought you meant you were just going to go to an airport and watch Game Pass every game.
Well, no, because that even the parking wouldn't make sense on that, would it? But it was Falcons 29, Buccaneers 28, and I thought the Bucks have blown it. they've actually blown
Gone.
it for the season. We'll go on to why they haven't later on, but they fucked this game up properly.
And Mike Evans came back.
Well, they had everything going in their favour on this. They were playing the Falcons for a start. The Falcons, I think, 19 penalties against the Falcons, which negated pretty much every big play they had for 3/4 of this game. And going into the last few minutes, they're 14 points ahead.
Yeah, 19 penalties, absolutely correct.
They're 14 points ahead. They're playing against Kirko.
Yes.
And even in the last minute, with a minute to go, is it 3rd and 28?
It's big. Falcons. It's massive.
It's something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive. Yeah. You think they're never going to get it?
Well, the problem there was, not only did they get it, they gave it up really easily. They gave it a guy 30 yards downfield in loads of space and went, yeah, Kirk Cousins, even past his best, can pick that guy out easily.
How many years past his best for Kirk, do you reckon?
He hasn't recovered from that injury, has he?
He hasn't.
That was 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think he's still. You look at him and he's still struggling.
Yeah, I agree as well. But he can still pass it 30 yards into loads of space.
Yeah, it's not. I could have done that. Fair.
Yeah,
just. But so, this is a good game, and I say this without doing Brucey, because you've got Kirk Cousins, who's a below average quarterback, but done okay in this game. You've still got one of the best running backs in the NFL, Bijan Robinson, like just going under 100 yards. The funny thing that come out of this is because Washington have lost Zach Ertz and doubts that he'll play again.
Yeah,
is that straight away Kyle Pitts after a monster game, catching 11 or 12, 166 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's like, should Washington go for him? That's
literally his first good game since he's come in. Is it his 5th year now? So all of a sudden, people have looked at that. He's going to end up with a fucking 150 million contract just on the basis of this one game on Thursday Night Football. But this is why they drafted him so early, because it shows that he's got that skill set.
Well, we won't say anything about the table or anything. We'll just go through that division a bit with other games.
Well, the thing is that they're 7-7 now.
They
Bucks.
are.
And so are the Panthers, and they've got to play each other twice still in the last 3 weeks. That division is that division essentially comes down to the last 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, been pointless playing it until up to now.
Yeah, everything else has been completely worthless in that division. But fair play to them, because I think somehow that division's worse than the AFC North. Edgy's Cardinals. Well, he's not here to confirm this, but I assume he's still Cardinals. So Edgy's Cardinals 20, Texans 40. The Texans roll on.
The only thing surprising about this result that the Texans give up 20.
A lot of that was after they kind of brought in the resis for the last 20 minutes.
They've got pride, and Texans are they dark horses?
I don't even think they're dark horses anymore. I think in the AFC, they're probably the team you'd least want to play. The defense has been good all season. The offense has started to improve bit by bit over the course of the season.
Yeah,
they got a fully fit quarterback, fully fit Nico Collins.
Joel Jordan's hitting numbers now, running back. That was his first game, and he got 100 yards.
At the moment, if we were doing our predictions, I'd have these guys in the Super Bowl at the moment. I think they're the best AFC team at the minute. It's because there's no one who's. I mean, I know the Broncos have been good and won. Is it 11 on the bounce now?
If
they were playing the Texans this week, I'd fancy the Texans to beat the Broncos.
I would as well. I think the Broncos have been lucky in a few games this year.
So the Texans, I think. Well, I had them at start of season winning that division. At the moment, they're second, a game back from the Jags.
Yeah, at the moment.
So they're the 7 seed. I can't see them getting any better than the 3rd seed. But
they're a game behind, aren't they, the Jags?
Yeah, but the Jags have got a trickier run in, I think, In fact, I've got the Jags losing next week. They're playing the Broncos next week. So I've got the Jags losing against the Broncos.
So it's again that Jags will probably go out and win and just do it somehow. And we
I don't know
how.
because I don't think the Jags are any good. Still,
they're
10-4. I know you should say they're about a 10-4 team, but they're no good. I don't think they're any good. But because the Jags are now 2 ahead of the Colts, and the Colts are the 8 seed.
Yeah, no,
that's enough of a buffer, I think. So
yeah, we talk about momentum. Like Colts seem to have hit their buffer, and they're treading water at the minute, aren't they?
Well, we'll talk about the Colts in a bit, but I don't think I think the Colts are gone. I feel bad about that, but I think they are. Just looking at the teams in the playoff, I think the only interchangeable position is going to be Steelers or Ravens. I think Broncos, Patriots, Jags, Chargers, Bills, Texans, they're all going to be in. It's just whether the Steelers or Ravens win the AFC North.
Yeah.
Ravens 24, Bengals 0. Bengals were already out of contention and they played like it.
I've seen Flacco play on this one, and a few plays were goddamn awful.
Flacco?
Not Flacco. Burrow. Sorry, Joe Burrow.
They look like a team who the week before had had their season ended, didn't they? There were no fucks given by the Bengals this week, which is annoying for the Steelers because I was hoping this would be competitive. If the Bengals were still in with a shout over the postseason, I don't think this would have been a 24-0 game, but they just look like a team going through the motions in this.
I think the biggest surprise about this isn't the Baltimore Ravens winning the game. I think it's the Bengals not scoring. Like we've seen teams just score at will against the Ravens, and
we've seen Bengals score at will against pretty much everyone they play.
That's what I mean. On the other side of it, Bengals go out there and usually put 20, 30 points up. So to get nothing. I know Chase got a big game, 132 yards, but obviously no touchdowns because they didn't score a point. And just, it was a weird one. Like I say, it was like a team that were already out of the playoffs, nothing to play
from their point of view. I mean, this year as well, you haven't got Burrow going for the number one quarterback stats like he was last year. You haven't got Chase going for number one wide receiver this year, which end of last season, they were still in with a chance of the playoffs. Yeah. So the last 5 games or whatever, they were tanking teams.
Yeah.
This is a week on from them being out of the hunt, and they've gone, fuck that. We might as well just get as high a draft pick as we can. One of the games of the season, and whenever we say this, it invariably involves the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo 35, New England 31. Patriots went up 21-0 in this game.
Yeah.
Psychologically, I think this could damage the Patriots. They're 21-0 up, win this game, they've won the division.
Yeah.
And, Josh Allen can do Josh Allen things. But to blow it from that position, and also now Buffalo are 1 game back.
This was in their own backyard as well, wasn't it, for Patriots?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, I think. They got 28 points in the second half while scoring only
5 touchdowns on 5 drives in a row.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this, have we, from the Patriots all season? So it's kind of surprising they did it.
And what annoys me most of that as well, there was at least one bad call out there, officiating that was bad. But they can't blame 28 points on like 1 or 2 calls. They're coming out and saying, the officiating was a disaster. They were on the wrong end of some really bad mistakes by the officiating teams. And I saw the highlights they saw me the other day, and
I was watching most of this game because I had this game on most of it. There were some bad calls in this game, but I don't think it was like overwhelmingly for one team over the other. I think it was just some bad calls happened.
Well, I agree. I think it hurts the New England. Well, it might not do. This might motivate them, to be honest. You can go back into the changing room and say,
if you're not already motivated though for a game that can clinch the title, the divisional title.
Yeah, but we've all played in those games where you've gone out to an early lead. The officiating gets a bit thing. Then you get hung up about the officiating. They're going against you. Then you've got into the thing, and it's like fucking referee again. Referee on the so you blame someone else rather than yourself. So if Vrabel would have sat down with him and said, "Yeah, we can blame him, but what we can't blame him is all 28 points, five touchdowns from five by
35 points from 21-0 up."
Yeah.
So if they're talking about a couple of debatable
exactly
calls,
that. Exactly. So they've got to go back in there and say, listen, fuck the referees and everything. It's nothing to do with him. If you played your game, you stopped this, but you didn't. So don't expect anything from the referees going forward. You've got to do it yourself and do the old Alex Ferguson mentality where nobody likes you, even though the referees played like 35 minutes injury time for Man United.
Also, if there's one team who can't complain about the officials, it's fucking New England. But
Josh Allen again, though.
He's fucking incredible. He really is fucking incredible. The amount of times we've mentioned it loads of times. Take Josh Allen out, there are no stars in this Buffalo roster.
They're not exactly.
This is Josh Allen, who he just bumps everyone up, and he drags this team back into this game. He's fucking astonishing. I'm on board the Matt Stafford for MVP, but if they gave it to Josh Allen again, I'd have no issue with that. He's fucking incredible.
You've got Cook who can run a bit still. He's still got some juice in the legs. But when you go to his targets, Shakir, Knox, Kincaid, 2 tight ends there, Palmer, Johnson, no big names like you said there.
They're all okay.
Yeah, they are.
That's it. You player for player, I think the Rams have got a better roster than the Bills.
Do you not think this reminds you a little bit, looking at this trim, a little bit like New England with Brady, less the running back?
Brady was never this dynamic, though.
Running wise, you've got Josh Allen can run, but what I'm saying is like these kind of receivers they've got. Apart from maybe
they're all just whoever's available. Fit the system.
Yeah, exactly, and I think maybe that's what's going on here at Buffalo. They've just been out New Englanded.
Now, every year since I think 1480, the Bills have got into the playoffs and lost to the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Chiefs aren't there this time.
Not this year. I was saying this with the Bills.
Wouldn't want to play the Bills. I really would.
With the Bills, with exactly what we just said there, they've got Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen on a bad day or an okay day, the Bills don't play. From now on, Josh Allen has got to be playing 95% of what he is or higher.
Josh Allen on a bad day, he had a bad half day against the Pats, and he still ended up coming back from 21 down.
A full day, a full 4 quarters, and he's just average because it's happened a couple of games this season where he's had a bad game and they've lost.
I remember when he played the Ravens. It might have been like week 1 or something like that. He was shit. He was shit for like 3 quarters of the game. But in the last quarter, when it actually matters, he's there doing it again. Okay, we don't need to spend much time on these next 2 games, to be honest. We'll talk about these together. Browns 3, Bears 31, Raiders 0, Eagles 31. This time of the season, if you're a team in playoff contention, what you really want is someone absolutely dog shit at home. So you can take your best players out halfway through the second half. Job done. Bring on the next week.
Exactly that. Can't even say no more than that.
Browns and Raiders are just going through the Brown. We've got to play the Browns, and the Browns will give us a game because it's a divisional game, and they'll want to give us a bloody nose.
Yeah, and it's that sort of thing in that division, isn't it?
Yeah. Which is why I'm surprised the Bengals rolled over as easily as they did.
Yeah, so let's just pick up 1 or 2 things up here. You've got Myles Garrett, another one and off sack this week.
I was going to say it's not for 2 weeks, but I reckon it might be that against Aaron Rodgers that he gets the record. Because remember the Michael Strahan one when there was a big deal about Brett Favre giving up and taking the sack, so Michael Strahan got the record.
Yeah.
It will really annoy Aaron Rodgers if he's the guy that's sacked to get the record.
Yeah. Well, I think we've spoken far too much about these teams.
Okay, we'll talk about the next one now because Chargers 16, Chiefs 13. Chiefs eliminated. 6-8 record the Chiefs have got. You and Edgy were far more cautious about calling this than I was a couple of weeks ago when I was saying "Ding dong, the witch is dead." I've seen nothing from this Chiefs team this year.
I want the Chargers to win this.
They're mediocre. I've got Chargers to win the division, but I was more than happy to write the Chiefs playoff chances off early. I just don't think this Chiefs team look like a team capable of getting to the playoffs, and they're not. They're out.
I think the most fun thing about this was Gardner Minshew coming in.
Yeah, who knew he was there?
No. Then within like 2 or 3 throws, he's thrown a pick. It was just you couldn't write it. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, it does need to be said that the Chiefs didn't lose this because Mahomes got injured. They lost this because the Chargers were battering them and they were stopping them on offense.
What really annoys me though is because everyone makes out they lost it because of Mahomes got injured. No, that's not the case. The Chiefs weren't good enough, full stop.
That's why they went into this game 6-7 because they're not good enough. They're 6-7 with Mahomes.
Yeah.
They're 6-8 with Mahomes for 98% of the time.
Yeah. Thank God for that. I thought you were going to turn into a 5-year-old and do that shit.
Yeah, they're not a good team this year. They've got areas of the team that have got too old.
Is this the first time in 11 years they've not gone through playoffs?
It's definitely the first time in the Mahomes era that they haven't been in the playoffs.
I thought I heard it that it's first time in 11 seasons.
It might be. It might be. You got to bear in mind, they've won their division so many times in a row, haven't they?
Because I think
the last time they didn't win the division was Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that's going back a few games.
That might be 2015, 2016. But I don't think it's a quick fix. I saw loads of things the other day going, oh yeah, the Chiefs will be back. Well, I think they probably will at some point. But I don't think it's a quick fix to turn the Chiefs around. And I don't know if Andy Reid will be the guy there to do it.
Well, you've got the emergence of the Chargers, the emergence of the Broncos that have superseded the Chiefs.
You've got Andy Reid being a very old and very rich man.
Yeah. You've got the Raiders who will not trouble the Chiefs.
They haven't got to worry about the Raiders.
So you're looking at the Chiefs being a third best team for maybe a season or two minimum.
Can we say second worst? It makes it more fun.
Okay, then we'll do that. Second to worst. But yeah, they've not been as good this season. Although they weren't overly great last season.
No, they weren't. They had a lot of things go in their favour. Like I said, I think I mentioned last week. Last year they were 12-0 on one-score games. Now they're 1-8 this season on one-score games.
Yeah.
Kelsey might retire.
Kelsey looked quite good. I think he's had a couple of.
He was shit for like the first 10 games, though.
Yeah, but he's come back and put some numbers up. I look at them, I think Rice has come back, and everyone thought when Rice had come back that they'd start doing things. Pacheco's not right since his injury, coming back. Defense is not great.
But you got people like Chris Jones who have been so reliable, he's had his worst ever season this year.
Just done nothing. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of work to do at Chiefs. And now whether that's the right job for Andy Reid to do, I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think Andy Reid might walk away. He's gone, well, I've had this sustained success. He was brilliant at the Eagles, brilliant for the Chiefs. You look at Belichick's last season and you go, does he want to go out like that?
But I think I can see Reid coming away from that and said, enough's enough because next season's going to be a bigger shit show. And I'm not having my name associated with that. Now, whether he finishes out of the NFL, do you think is done now, Reid? As in, he won't go anywhere else? Or can you see him going somewhere else?
I don't think he needs to. I'd quite like to see him on telly because I quite like him. I think he's quite an affable guy.
No, he is. And when you say he doesn't need to, Philip Rivers for the Colts didn't need to.
He's won stuff, hasn't he? He's
in demand.
A Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, of course he is. Multiple times.
When he left the Eagles, he wasn't a Super Bowl winner. So he had something to prove. Mm-hmm. At the Chiefs, leaving the Chiefs, he won't have anything to prove. He can go and live comfortably. He can do TV stuff if he wants. He doesn't need the hassle anymore.
But here's a challenge. Tom Brady left the Patriots to see if he could do it at another team.
Yeah, and he went to the team with the best O-line
Correct.
around.
Peyton Manning left the Colts to go to another team
with the best O-line around.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So there was a pattern.
It's not like Tom Brady. If he was leaving the Pats now, he wouldn't go to the fucking Raiders.
No, he wouldn't. Absolutely. Well, he is there now, but not.
But he's not going to play. I heard him saying the other day, as soon as they said that Rivers had come back, he went, "Yeah, I could come back if I wanted."
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, shut up.
Couldn't. No, you couldn't, Tom. Stop talking bullshit.
Some things are nothing to do with you, Tom. Believe it or not.
Yeah, the world doesn't revolve around you, Tom. But I'm going to put something to you now. Andy Reid, he doesn't need to go and coach anywhere else. And I'm going to use Jose Mourinho, going back to Premier League and football managers now. Jose Mourinho, he seems to play in a certain pattern, and no matter where he goes, but he doesn't mind going to teams that are relatively poor, and he grounds out results and stuff. Do you think?
When you say relatively poor,
yeah,
when has he gone to a team who are relatively poor? Yeah. Because even if you're going to a top 6 Premier League team, none of those are relatively poor.
That's true.
They're all some of the richest teams in Europe. When he was in Italy, he was at Inter, he was at Roma.
Yeah.
He was at Real Madrid. He was. It's not like he's gone to fucking Salford,
Bristol City or anything. Bristol, yeah. But he didn't mind going, because he always say he had third season blues, but now I don't think he'll last more than 18 months in a team.
No, yeah, he used to be 2 full seasons, then gone, and now it's gone less than 1 season.
It really is. So can you see Andy Reid coming away from the Chiefs, because there will be in demand? If you're a poorer team, which, let's face it, Kansas City have been a top team since he's been there, can he go to another team? And you see, Pistol Pete went to Raiders, and everyone thought
that's why. That's why I'd say don't do it, because when they announced him, I went, you don't want to. If Raiders need a rebuild, Chiefs need a rebuild, right? Not to the same extent as the Raiders, but they still do. You don't want the guy who's doing that rebuild being 75. I hope he walks away.
You think Pistol Pete? You think Pistol Pete would just say, wouldn't you? Say enough's enough.
I don't want to see him on telly though, because he's an arsehole. There's something. Andy Reid's quite a good guy. Piss Pants Pete, you go, fuck off. Same with Sean Payton. He's like fuck off. I don't
actually. Since he had that thing with the Saints, he's lucky he's still in a job.
Yeah, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't. I didn't like him. I don't like him as a personality. I don't like, but also the body bag stuff. He can get fucked.
Bad,
and which is a shame, because I find the Broncos quite likable apart from him.
You do, you start to like the Broncos, then it goes to the sideline and you see Sean Payton. Yeah, that's why I don't like you.
That's why I don't want the Broncos to do well.
Yeah.
Another terrible team, from the Chiefs to the Jets, and how often can you say that? Although the Jets did score more points than the Chiefs this week.
Yeah.
Jets got 20. The Jags got 48. The Jags on their season of only playing bad teams have got 48 points against the Jets. Currently the 3rd seed in the AFC, 1 game clear of the Texans. 10 wins. 10 wins for this Jacksonville team.
10 wins. I'm going to ask you a question here. I'm going to still bring up.
I don't know is the answer to how they've got 10 wins. I just don't know.
I'm going to ask you to name a Premier League team that the Jacksonville Jaguars remind you of. They win. Do you remember? They've done it.
Do you remember that season? It'll be one of the very early Premier League seasons when Norwich were in the top 3 for ages,
and they played like European football.
Yeah,
real Fox.
And they were up there, and you go, well, the reason they're up there is that most of the other teams aren't very good, and I think that might be the case with the Jags. I think the AFC this year is misleading, and the teams in the AFC aren't very good. I think you look at the Broncos record, the Pats record, and you go, okay, they're impressive. You're going to be in the playoffs. Do I think either of those teams will win a Super Bowl? No. I'd be far more. I'd have far more faith in the Bills or the Texans winning the Super Bowl than the two teams with the best records in the AFC at the moment. The Jags are there because sole reason Texans started the season so badly.
Yeah. So
are you done talking about Washington now? Yeah.
No, not even started.
Well, you won. What are you on about? You should be over the moon with your slightly worse draft pick.
Yeah, and that's exactly all it came down to. A slightly worse draft pick. Dart played okay, but then he's going to be a bit like their running back. What's his name again? The injured one. Yes, he's going to end up like him, where he's just going to be injured. Just trying to make plays.
He's only a few games into his career. You got to give him a bit of time to iron that out.
I don't know if something like that's signable. I think he's took this franchise of the Giants, put it on his back, and he's being Captain America, and it's not going to end well. Not going to end well. But I did like the Washington performance this week. I know it's only against the Giants, but did I think we'd beat the Giants the way we've been playing? I thought it would have been. I think I actually did pick us. You went for the Giants. Edgy went for the draw, and it could have been one of those if we'd have played like we did against Minnesota, we would have got beat. But we had a bit of life there. That's why I went
for the Giants. Yeah, by the
way. Krosky Merritt ran the ball well back to I won't say back to his best, but a glimpse of his best. Mariota, I do like Mariota. There's one of the best twos out there on the ground as well. He hit 40 odd yards. Terry's back and good. JD,
just in time.
Yeah, JD is now officially retired to end of the season, till next season, quite rightly. So we seem to have got a place kicker and not even place older, Jake Moody from the 49ers, who released. He's playing well, although he did miss an extra point. I do remember he doinked it. Defense, it was a night of the oldies. Bobby Wagner played extraordinarily well. And
Von Miller got mentioned at one point.
He did. Yeah. He got a sack, did Von Miller.
You take it, and it's divisional, isn't it? You always want to beat your divisional rivals.
Yeah.
Which Carolina Panthers didn't seem to consider that, though. This is after the Bucs fucked up on Thursday night. This was the Panthers' chance against the lackluster Saints, who, for all we know, were tanking. Panthers 17, Saints 20. This division is weird.
Saints are weird. Saints are 3-2 in the division and 1-8 out of the division.
Yeah, but their defense, since whatever it was when they had their, they changed the quarterback. I'm not sure which week it was, and weirdly, and I don't think this ever happened before on a quarterback change, the defense has improved.
Although the Fraser man did come in and play one snap.
Yeah, like I say, I don't think long term either of those quarterbacks are going to be the man, but they've made giant leaps on defense this season.
And they kept, like I said, they kept the scores close quite a few games of the Saints. And credit to them, they come away with a 2017 win over the Panthers. But Panthers must be kicking themselves after this, surely.
It's why I still, as bad as the Bucs losing to the Falcons was, the Panthers losing to the Saints a couple of days later, knowing the Bucs had lost to the Falcons.
Yeah,
I think that's worse because Panthers win this, winning the division is in their own hands. Yeah. And start of the season, none of us thought the Panthers would be anywhere near winning the division or even having a winning record. They could still have a winning record and not win the division, but yeah, they've kind of blown it, I think. They've got the two games left against the Bucs.
Yeah.
That they're going to need to win. I think the Bucs going 1-1 in those is fine because they've got the rest of the division's better record. But yeah, so the Panthers will need to beat the Bucs both times. Okay, Detroit Lions 34, LA Rams 41. This was an old style shootout, wasn't it?
This is another good game as well. Rams, best team, do you think, in the NFC?
Yes. I think so.
I think they're the most rounded team. I think
Devontae Adams getting injured. Well, they haven't said how bad that is.
No, they haven't.
He went off
Very
with
quiet.
it was a hamstring.
Yeah. Has he not struggled with that before as well?
If it's a strain, you're looking at maybe a week or two, and he'll be back.
Yeah.
If it's a pull, season. He's not going to recover in time for the rest of the season. And as a 1-2, him and Nakua have been fucking.
Yeah. Just looking for news on that, and literally no news on Devontae Adams.
And from all I saw, because he's been in my fantasy team pretty much all season. I've had him and Stafford, and the amount of points I've got, it's double points every completion term. So yeah, I was a bit gutted to see that happen. But yeah, neither team really comes out of this badly, because this was just two teams
going at each other.
Yeah, and it really was. It really was.
Was it Hutchinson with their arms up in the air touchdown? Did he interception? Was it not that game? Hutchinson interception. Hutchinson. He went and got it right at the very start. He did. Yeah. Did he go for the touchdown? He didn't actually make it, did he? For a touchdown.
I don't think so. But it was, they scored from it.
Yeah. Yeah,
but yes, I mean Detroit were leading for quite a long time in this game. Second half time, Stafford's stats weren't great, but he did a Josh Allen. He's just turn it on when you need to turn it on in second. Fantastic.
131 total players in this game. 396 total yards for Detroit. The Rams 519.
I was going to say Stafford probably got nearly that on his own. What Detroit got, he couldn't have been far off it. He was around 350, 360, wasn't he?
Well, to be fair, Goff was around 340 and Stafford were 370.
There were hardly any running plays from Detroit who've got such a good running game.
Yeah, 20 rushes for them, 13 for Gibbs, 7 for Montgomery, totaling 70 yards. So what does that leave the Rams? That leaves the Rams on 11-3 in first place. Just
yeah.
Just ahead of Seahawks, even though they're on 11-3. Then you go to the Detroit Lions; they are third in theirs, or should we say, the second worst, 2 games behind the Chicago Bears.
They are, but they're also 1.5 games behind the Packers.
Yeah.
Now the Lions do have to play the Bears. I think they've got to either play the Bears or the Packers.
They've got Lions versus
they've got the
Steelers.
Vikings. They got the Steelers, and they've got the Vikings, and then they've got the Bears.
Yeah.
Bears have got to go to the 49ers.
Yeah.
And they've also got to play the Packers. So I think they've been quite fortunate with the timing of playing the Packers. But I don't think I think ordinarily you look at it and go, yeah, game and a half behind with 3 games to go isn't good. But I can see the Lions winning out.
Yeah. Why not? It's in their hands. Yeah. Why not? If they do, it won't surprise anyone, to be fair.
Another good game. Packers 26, Broncos 34. Now, I believe when Parsons got injured, it was 23-20. It might have been 23, 16 or something like that. When to the Packers when Parsons got injured.
Yeah, I'm not sure what score was.
They were definitely winning. They were definitely winning by more than maybe 9 points ahead or something like that. It just completely changed the game. That did. That one injury. All of a sudden, Nix isn't under as much pressure. He can start making a few plays. Disrupts the Packers defense, and I believe it was the possession straight after Parsons went off that Christian Watson got injured as well.
Did chest injury, was it?
Yeah, I think it might be his shoulder or something like that. He's definitely proper fucked it. I know that much.
So it's his chest, not his shoulder, as they say on this one. It went down with it says he went down with a shoulder injury, but it's saying it's not shoulder, it is his chest. Officially, the Packers have called the injury a chest injury, and have stated that Watson was questionable. Well,
they've lost some others as well in that. There was a space of 10 minutes of play where The Packers were just getting wheeled off every play. I think they lost like 4 or 5 in total in that second half.
Yeah. Then you had James Palmer. He left the stadium in an ambulance, apparently.
Literally the worst time that could happen for them.
Yeah,
they were in control. They were in control of that game as well.
I don't know what happens with the Packers now. No Parsons.
It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah,
I think they've gone from Super Bowl contenders to missing the playoffs with one injury.
Possibly. It was the great hope, wasn't it, for the Packers, thinking they were just an elite player away on a player away on defense to have a good run in the playoffs. But
they
now,
possibly were.
Yeah,
they possibly were.
But now, and the unexpectedness of the Bears putting up these wins, Lions, we knew what Lions do just lately. So, yeah, they're going to struggle. I hope they do get there, but now you fancy them less.
Do you remember back in the day, there used to be this guy called Philip Rivers play?
Oh, yeah, Old Man Rivers.
Chargers. Yeah, I think it was like the 1940s or something.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, what they did is they dug him up and they stuck him out against the Seattle defense, who's been one of the best defenses in the league. You know what? He did all right.
Did you see Madden? Obviously, he's made it into Madden. Have you seen his figure in Madden?
No, but I did. I think I posted in Discord when they first showed him, and I went, "I'm not one to talk, but my God, he looks fat."
Well, they've done him up. They've proper done him as that in Madden as well. But he came on, didn't he, and did a job. We know he's not going to throw for 400 yards or anything like that. Only took 1 sack, which in the interview after he said he enjoyed it.
He was well protected against
a
good Seahawks defense.
Yeah, and even Taylor managed to get out and run back 90 yards. Still lost though to the Seahawks, who go on like strength to strength.
Seahawks, I don't know. I reckon this might have been a little bit of a shock to the system for the Seahawks, because I'm just going back to looking for the Seahawks' last win over a good team.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You go back to week 11 and they lost to the Rams last time they played the Rams. Cardinals they beat comfortably, but they've beaten teams like the Cardinals and the Titans and all the teams that you'd expect them to win. They beat the Commanders week 9.
Yeah.
So presumably they have beaten someone good at some point this season, but you're going. But there you go, Texans. Week 7, they were the last team to beat the Texans. Which is that what you want going into week 16 to have not had a notable win?
Untested.
Yeah, I mean, Darnold did his Darnold in this game. Yeah. They were getting into field goal range. Luckily, the kicker was on fire.
Yeah.
But 6 field goals, that's all they
6
have to
or 6.
For it.
Yeah. 18 points, yeah. But you still feel with the Seahawks offense, even with Darnold being Darnold when it comes to this time of the season, Smith and Jigba still coming out with the goods. Shaheed, Cup, some good players there.
There are some good players
there. It's a running game. I'm not a big fan of the Seahawks running game.
Titans 24, 49ers 37. As we mentioned earlier, it's really good to be able to bring players off this late in the season and rest them up. I was thinking maybe Jordan James would come on when they rested CMC late on.
And no.
Well, I'll let you know what happened when we get to the rookie.
Oh, yeah. But, okay, then I might as well.
Yeah, spoiler alert. No. Yeah. But as always, Cam Ward did his fantastic play, which he does one of every week. And the Titans at least are entertaining on offense. Weirdly, they're entertaining on defense as well, but mainly that's just being really bad on defense.
Well, they've put 24 points, haven't they, against 49ers. Is the best thing they can look at.
A lot of it's garbage time, isn't it?
It is, but it goes down on the paper as that.
I'll tell you what was a laugh. Minnesota Vikings 34, Dallas Cowboys 26. Because Dallas Cowboys obviously in the NFC East, which meant they had to be on prime time.
Absolutely.
But the Vikings with JJ McCarthy, I see something in him. I don't know why. I see something in him.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson doesn't.
Oh, Justin Jefferson was dropping as many as
He really was.
I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I don't think they're on McCarthy. Those ones. I think they're on Jefferson.
Yeah, he's not obviously he's not as good this year, Jefferson. But like I say, he's dropping quite a few out there. But it's a good win for Vikings. You know, they smashed us, the Vikings.
They got nothing to play for either,
No.
the Vikings, and they haven't had for quite a few weeks. So they haven't down tools, which so many teams have when they get into this position. And they're probably looking at how well they can do. They can still give a bloody nose to the Lions.
Yeah, of course.
But they might even be looking at, we can get a winning season here out of the absolute shambles of a season they've had which they had no quarterback for quite a long time.
No. But Cowboys, that's shut down a lot of things for Dallas. They seem to be coming back.
Losing record after all certain people gloating in Discord about them being back to being the best team in the NFC or something like that. This is a team with a losing record. Let's not forget.
What's their record now?
6-7-1.
6-7-1. So they're gonna probably finish that division second, probably with a losing record. But there's two teams a lot worse than Dallas there. And I noticed Brian did put I think they'll be a bit closer to Philly Eagles next season, which is absolutely scary to say.
Not unless they start plugging holes in that deep. Well, they're giving up 30 plus every fucking.
Yeah, they're gonna have
if your offense's starting point is we need to score over 30 points to have a chance of winning, you're the Bengals. That's what you are.
Not very true.
And they're going to continue doing it unless they completely change their, let's face it, owner. They are going to be stuck in purgatory for a long time. I think you can't have half a game. You've got to have at least something on both sides of the ball.
So you think for Dallas, like so many teams like the Bengals, very, very offensive heavy teams, they'll score points but concede a lot of points, and that's why they are the most conceded teams on defense. They just forget about the offense. The offense will take care of itself, but you've got to concentrate on defense. And that's where Cowboys need to be, same as the Bengals, for the next 2-3 seasons.
Never seen a team with a shit defense win the Super Bowl.
Never.
Never seen it happen.
Never.
Because it can never happen.
No.
We'll finish off on some light-hearted news. Miami Dolphins 15, Pittsburgh Steelers 28. Weirdly, there's an Irish bar just down the road.
What's the name?
It's just called the Irish Bar.
No, come on, that's so much poor effort. It's usually O'Reilly's or something like that.
Well, yeah, because so much effort's gone into that. There's a guy called Sean who works there, and when I had my cap on, it's got Steelers on it, and we started chatting, and he's a Dolphins fan.
Oh, okay.
So weirdly, I've been back there today just to have a quick chat.
And he wasn't there, was he?
He was there. And,
why was he?
Yeah, and he's actually a pleb of the week.
Nice.
But we had a chat about it. He's a McDaniel's out guy.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
there's a few of them.
There's quite a lot of them. Anyway, Dolphins 15, Steelers 28. Dolphins got 12 of their 15 points in garbage time. This was the best Steelers performance of the season. Probably didn't see this one coming because the Dolphins have been in form recently.
Yeah.
Technically weren't out of the playoff race, virtually out, but technically weren't. And we scored touchdowns on 4 successive drives. First time since, I'm trying to remember exactly what year it was.
Was it Rod Rust? The Rod Rust era?
Probably it wasn't far off. I think it was Rod Rust in Montreal era, but I'm trying to remember which one. I think it's 2018.
Okay.
So, either way, not scoring on like 4 consecutive drives in 7 years is bad anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the first time to do it is it's quite a long time, but there were just like sparks of something on offense, which hasn't really been.
Which is good to see.
And also, this late in the season to have your best game on offense is good. Rodgers completed 13 in a row, and I believe 23 out of 27 overall. His best percentage of completions since 2012. So it was all a bit good, and we did it without TJ Watt, and our record without TJ Watt is fucking abysmal. The only thing worse than our record without TJ Watt is Tua's records, but it's cold.
Oh God. So I'm just having a look at your final 3 games. So you've got the Detroit Lions.
Tough.
That is going to be a hell of a game because also it's in Detroit. Then the game after that, you are in Cleveland. I think Cleveland are giving up, so I think you should be fine with that. Then
if the Browns aren't up for that, then, what's the point of the Browns?
Oh, exactly. But it's just like, are they saving it all for that game? You just never know. Then you're at home to Baltimore Ravens.
I can't see how it doesn't come down to that game.
Possibly. Ravens have got, that's a tough one with Patriots. That'd be a good game. Patriots-Ravens.
Yeah.
See
both
where
teams
both
kind
teams
of need
are.
to win it. Both teams need to win that.
Yeah, then you look at their game after. Ravens are at Green Bay Packers. Ouch. But we don't know what the Packers are going to be like now with Parsons out.
Whatever team they put out there, you don't want to be playing teams with something to play for at this stage of the season.
Yeah, then of course you're also at last game at your joint.
Yeah, so it's almost certainly going to go down to that. Go down to the wire.
Good. That's what we like to see that.
Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette.
Rookies.
Yep.
We're going to have to try and remember who edges are. But for the first time in a long time, I have some Jordan James news.
Oh, wow. This is amazing. You already won it then after that announcement.
He is injured. So rather than just not playing
as well this season,
he's now injured.
Yeah,
which hasn't really affected his chances of playing. So that is what's happened there. Can you remember who Edgy's defensive player is?
Lyle, don't call me Smile. Jacobs, don't call me Jacobson.
Isn't Williams. He his offensive player?
Oh, it is as well. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to try.
Oh, I don't know.
I've got a feeling it's a Falcon.
I'm not remember. Oh well, he
no, come on. Yeah, if he hasn't turned up, he's not getting the point regardless.
Forfeit.
Jalen Walker.
Jalen Walker. That's it. Well remembered.
Well remembered as I read it. Let's have a look.
He just did one total tackle.
Fucking after all, I know we're meant to be doing the offensive players. He said, I haven't seen anything of Jordan James. I've forgotten which side of the ball he plays on.
Shit. Yeah.
All right, so he only got one assisted tackle. So, and Edgy's offensive player, is he at the Patriots?
I think he is, yeah. But
he's down as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Kyle, don't call me Lyle Williams. That's actually what it says on the NFL website.
Well, that's exactly the same as my guy. How are you for the Seahawks? He not even his last 2 weeks, he's been thrown to once and he hasn't managed to pull them in. This week, they've not even bothered throwing to him.
Is it fair to say over the course of this season, our offensive players have been
awful,
underwhelming?
I'd probably go one further and say very underwhelming. But this is it now. This is defensive side.
At least your two have fucking played.
Yeah. Defensively, massive numbers for my guy this week again.
But fuck all from Jihad Campbell, who, since his injury, hasn't really done much. He's just had one assisted tackle this week. Although it was against the Raiders, they probably didn't much.
Corey Schweinsteiger against the Bears. He had 4 tackles, 10 assisted, so that's 14 combined. Yeah, that's another good week. His tackles, combined tackles are very, very good. Since week 10, he's had double figures all the way through. 10 against the Jets, 11 Ravens, 11 Raiders, 10 49ers, 13 Titans, 14 Bears.
I don't think he can be caught now.
No, I think it's his week again, and I just think he's a good player, but he's on the field 80% at time.
Next week's predictions.
Okay, next week's fixtures featuring the wheel. Okay, where we stand at the moment. Last week, me and you both got 12.
Yep.
Edgy got 8. The plebs got 9. So we're at the moment, I'm on 146, you're on 145. Edgy's on 130. The plebs are on 120. Thursday night football. Rams at Seahawks.
Both 11-3.
Both 11-3. But as I mentioned before, I feel one team are actually better than the other. One feel 11-3. The other one, it's a surprise that they're 11-3.
Yeah.
So I'm going for the Rams.
I'm right with you. And so is Edgy. Edgy's gone for the Rams and the plebs have gone the Seahawks.
Yeah. Sean likes the Seahawks as well. I think they're his glamour team, being a Dolphins fan, which is a bit of a shit glamour team.
I thought it might have been the Montreal Alouettes.
He likes the Seahawks and the Chargers. So you can probably work out what 3 of his predictions are. Okay, Saturday. On Saturday.
Saturday. Is this on television?
Oh, of course it is, because it's 2 NFC East teams. That means contractually it has to be shown on prime time. On a Saturday as well. They're cancelling the American equivalent of Noel's house party to show this. Eagles at Commies.
Yeah. Eagles for me.
No faith in your team.
No, none.
I've got no faith in your team. I'm going for the Eagles to win this and clinch the division. Now, this is a tough one. Packers at Bears. I've got no idea what sort of players are going to be available for the Packers as it stands. We're recording this on Tuesday, listener. Oh, this is tough. This is really tough. For the sake of the division, I'm going to go for the Packers. It will make the last couple of weeks more interesting.
Bears are beating easy teams like they should be doing. Packers are going to be so much tougher. But how are they going to play? And like you say, who's going to be available for them?
But it's not just Parsons they've lost. They've also lost a couple of receiving options.
Yeah, exactly that. Bears are scoring, but I keep harping on about that time that the Bears lost to the Jacksonless Ravens. Jordan loves playing better now. I'm going to go Packers as well.
Bills at Browns. The Bills off the back of a brilliant victory. The Browns off the back of an embarrassing defeat. I'm going to go for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, all day long. All day long.
All day long, we will be wombling in the snow.
Do miss that.
We wish you were wombling Merry Christmas.
And edit.
All day long. It's one of the best Christmas songs, and no one ever admits it. Kansas City Chiefs at Tennessee Titans.
And of course, that's with Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, it is. Now,
brings it down to their level, doesn't it?
How funny would it be if the Titans won this? I'm trying to work out, because the Titans can score points, but they will give up a lot of points as well. But would they give up a lot of points to a Gardner Minshew-led offense?
Well, you look at their running backs, and they've not really been doing. Pacheco's not been doing particularly well. Hunt's not really doing really well. So this could be a lot closer than you think.
Fuck it. Now, maybe it's because I shouldn't drink before recording or during or in today's instance, both. I'm going for the Titans to shock the Chiefs in Tennessee. I realise now I've just put that down. That's a stupid thing to do, but fuck it. I've put it in now. They're going to give up 40 points, but I am going for the Tennessee Titans. These are 2 teams with a losing record. It could happen. Yeah. Titans to beat the Chiefs. That's what I've gone for.
Well, I'm gonna go for the Chiefs, but it'll be a lot closer. I think it won't be a runaway victory. I'll tell you that right now.
It will be by 3 scores, but fuck it, I'm going for Titans just because of how fun it is. This is the sort of game that should be really entertaining, but it's actually meaningless. Bengals at Dolphins, 2 teams with nothing to play for, 4-win team and a 6-win team.
Yeah.
I really wasn't impressed with the Dolphins last night. Sean the pleb has gone for the Dolphins, but he's a Dolphins fan.
Of course.
Um,
Not scoring either against Ravens for the Bengals last week.
You wonder how invested the Bengals are.
That's it.
It's in Miami. I think off the back of a bad performance, the Dolphins can still finish the season with a win. And I think that might count for something. I'm going to go for the Dolphins.
Well, I'm going to palindrome this, and I'm going to go for the Bengals.
Okay. That's not a palindrome, yeah?
Of course it is.
No. Because if it was a palindrome, it'd go Dolphins, Bengals. Then it'd go Slagneb.
I meant with the teams. I meant with the teams. Dolphin, Bengals, Bengals,
okay,
Dolphins.
Yeah, so that's not a palindrome then. You're just saying it'd be mirroring it.
Not letter, but word, place.
Although Snihplod is a delightful reversing of Dolphins.
I think that's a good one.
As is Slagneb for the
better.
Bengals. Yeah. So
I do like the Titans.
Dolphins, Bengals, Slagneb, Snihplod.
I think
that would be a palindrome.
The Titans are even better. The Titans are even better. Stat it.
Giants at Vikings. Sorry, Vikings at Giants.
Yes.
Vikings got a new lease of life. Last couple of weeks, they've been very good.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants haven't. I am going for the Vikings.
Yeah, I think it's all four there for the Vikings.
Yeah. If the Vikings end up, if they win their last 3 games, you got 4 teams in that division with a winning record.
Winning record, yeah.
In what could only be described as a toilet bowl. Jets at Saints. 3-win team against a 4-win team. I've been impressed with the Saints recently, particularly on defense. The Jets have offered nothing on offense for fucking months.
Correct.
It would not surprise me if the Saints even shut the Jets out here. I'm going for the Saints.
Jets are shite. So Saints, like I said, they've kept it close all season, more or less. A lot of games anyway. So I'm the beat Panthers last week. So yeah, Saints for me.
Part 1 of the Bucks Panthers division decider is Bucks at Panthers. In fact, really, because we never say Buccaneers Panthers, we always say Bucks.
We do.
So this should be Bucks against Pants.
Wouldn't be wrong either, would it?
Bucks at Panthers. I'm gonna
go Panthers.
So I'm going Panthers.
Yeah, I am as well.
It's more in the hope. It's like what I said before about the Packers. I want to see these go to the final day. And I think if the Bucks win this, it's over. 2 teams whose season has long been over. The Falcons, who I hate, fucking hate the Falcons this year. I'm winning, and I reckon if I'd have, just got some of the Falcons ones right, I'd have probably backed this up by right. No, I did say a couple of weeks ago I'm never backing the Falcons again. I'm sticking with it. I'm going for the Cardinals.
I'm going to go Falcons then. Just see how excited Kirk Cousins got winning that last game. This next game is ridiculous. 2 games different.
10-win team against a 12-win team, and I think it's fair to say there's an overwhelming favourite. Given one of the other games, I think the Broncos could wrap up number 1 seed this weekend. Jags at Broncos. I'm going for the Broncos. Edgy's gone for the Broncos. Absolutely. The plebs have gone for the Broncos.
Clean sweep on the Broncos.
Okay. I reckon there might be a clean sweep on this one as well. Raiders at Texans.
When they're going to announce Pete's left the building?
End of the season.
Yeah,
otherwise, it'd be confirmed by now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to say that you're going to go for the Texans. I know it's fucking obvious.
Yeah,
but
Texans.
You still have Texans to say it.
Yeah, go on then, Texans. Yeah, Texans.
Can it not tempt you to the Raiders?
Never. I don't think. Not for a fair few years, anyway.
Okay. Steelers Oh, these are 2 8 and 6 teams. That means these 2 teams are exactly as good as each other.
Exactly the same.
Steelers at Lions.
Put it down for a draw straight away.
One of these teams is leading their division. One of these teams is third in their division. You've got to say the team leading their division's got to be favourites here. I'm going for the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game.
I'll tell you what, it'll be a close game all this, but the Lions, I think
will
just.
I reckon we'll get absolutely fucked in this game.
Lions just have to win.
With our notorious run defense against fucking Jameer.
Is Teach back this week?
Don't know. He might be out for the season. Got collapsed lung, for fuck's sake. You'll go for the Lions, I presume.
I am going to go for the Lions. Yeah. Now, this one.
Patriots at Ravens. It's interesting. Who needs this more? Patriots are going to be in the playoffs regardless. Ravens really need this because if they fuck this one up, the Steelers might be able to wrap the division up against the Browns and it not come down to the Ravens, the second game against the Ravens. So I think, given what's riding on it, I'm going to go for the Ravens to win this.
I'm going to go for the Patriots. I think Vrabel sat them down, absolutely kicked the fuck out of them. Said, that's embarrassing. You don't expect to be winners losing games like that. So I think they come back Patriots and win that.
I said there's a lot to see how they bounce back.
This will affect them going into the playoffs. If they lose this on 2 in a row,
I think they'll still make the playoffs. You do not want to go in on a losing run.
No.
And Monday Night Football, 49ers at Colts, 10-4 at 8-6, but it doesn't really tell the tale, does it?
No, it really doesn't.
I think Philip Rivers might have a tough night.
It's got to be for me, 49ers. They could even rest players again in second half here.
I was quite impressed with the Colts though last week. Just the fact that they stuck it out as long as they did.
Yeah.
Supposing we should do this in order as we normally do.
Yeah.
So I have to go first. Let me just show the list of what's on here. I clicked that and it came back. Oh, we can see what's on this. We spend this and you get like 5 of your games could be worth double points. Your entire score could be worth double. Whatever happens, you get 0 for the week. You could go bankrupt and go back to 0 for the season.
Imagine.
You know, there's various different ones. -5 off your total. You know, ×2 for the week. There's a good mix there, isn't there? Let's see what happens.
Here we go.
I haven't put the sound on because it's done. Oh, that's not a good one for me. I have got -5 off my total. So, Daz, you're in the lead. All right, so let's spin it for you.
Yeah, that's going to solve it.
Oh!
Oh, my God, as if. See that.
-5. Was it? If we all get -5, we might have a respin because it clearly isn't working. I tested this and it did 6 different ones when I tested. And then the first time we do it, the wrong ones come up. Right, so this one's for Edgy. Oh, he gets a normal week. Nearly double up on 5 games.
All right, okay.
So he gets a regular week.
Yeah.
So he's left for the plebs.
And what did they get? Oh, you just went to do that.
Spinning it now.
Spin it.
Oh, yeah, of course, the screen share's stopped.
That's right, yeah.
They got that for the week.
0.5.
Yeah, so their overall total is going to be half.
Half. Oh, wow. Oh, is that right? Or is that times 0.5 weeks? So if they get 6 right, they'll get 9 total.
No, if they get 6 right, you times it by 0.5, and that's 3.
You get 3. Okay, I get that. Yeah, Edgy.
Edgy's not here to do an interesting stat. So
no.
I might just put one in here.
Yeah, go for it.
Edgy's interesting stat.
I haven't got to do it now, have I? I'll do it.
No, you can do it anytime you want.
Let's assume I'll just put one in here tomorrow.
That's a great start, by the way.
It seems unlikely.
Edgy's interesting stat.
It's probably about fucking Brian's top knot. The we do have to do Dazzla's fact attack.
Dazzla's fact attack.
Which I would do, but I'm not going off memory now because I still can't get
That's
a
all
web
right.
browser on.
Well, that's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go
Got to
for
work for it for once.
Exactly. So, what if I'm trying to remember? It is 40-year-old and over. Okay, receptions yard wise or receptions in total. The leader would be what? Oh, what do you think? 40 years old, the most yards.
What you mean? Wide receivers,
Players.
the most receiving yards
Yeah.
for players over 40.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of played. I'm trying to work out if there was like a trick play that a kind of 40-year-old kicker got.
The answer to that is no. It's not a trick question.
Okay, so it's actually a receiver who was
Yeah,
in their
the
40s.
first. So the first one is a receiver. Yeah. So for me, it's an obvious one. Who
Is it
who
Jerry
took that one.
Rice?
It is Jerry Rice.
I didn't know he played in his 40s.
Did he go and play for the Vikings?
He went and played for the Raiders,
Okay.
but I didn't know he was in his 40s.
Yeah. So second place.
It's going to be some old tight end, isn't it? I honestly couldn't think of a 40-year-old receiver.
This guy's not a receiver, so yeah.
Oh right, okay. So at the start we said they all receivers.
Well,
yeah.
for number one, the first guy was. So I'll put you out to the misery. So the second place guy is Tom Brady, the most reception yards.
Well, that's a fucking trick play, then, isn't it?
Well, maybe, but it's still.
He's not a wide receiver.
It's not a wide receiver, but the first one was. I did go the first one. Is a wide receiver.
qbscpod@gmail.com